Hello, I can't hear or see you.
Hi,
Hi, how are you?
yeah, I am fantastic. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. My name is Charlotte. What's your name?
Bridges.
Bridget Briyesh?
Yeah, Bridges.
Brijesh, nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you too.
And where are you from, Brijesh?
Yeah, I am from India.
Great, which part of India?
Yeah, northern part of India.
Okay, nice. Can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, so my name is Bridges Yadav, and I completed my post graduation with English. That's why I wanna be fluent in English. And right now I am just brush up on my English because in speaking I get stuck sometimes. Yeah.
Okay, so you're saying that you've got a job to speak where you need to speak English.
Uh, I don't want to do job, but I want to be fluent. It's my passion.
Uh-huh. Okay, cool. And is this your first time on Cambly?
Yeah, it's a second time on cambly.
Okay, cool. Okay, awesome. Wonderful. Well, we just have 15 minutes today. So, how can I help you today, Brajesh? Did you want to have a chat, have a lesson, do some reading? What would you like to do today?
Yeah, first of all, I would like to know about yourself little bit.
Yeah, of course. So, I'm from New Zealand, but now I live in Italy. I've lived in Italy for 3.5 years and I'm a musician. So when I first moved to Italy, I taught English quite a lot, but now mostly I work as a musician and now I just teach on Cambly a few hours a month.
Yeah, so I can see any musician, and there is a lot of person who has different type of degrees, but they like to teach on cambly.
In New Zealand,
Not in all around the world, people have many different types of degrees, but
yeah.
they like to teach on cambly.
Yeah, you're right. It's a very varied bunch of people. Yes, you're absolutely right.
Yeah, so uh, you are from New Zealand and you are living in Italy, right?
Yes.
So what kind of different do you find out between two countries?
Oh, many differences. They're very culturally different. In Italy, well, gosh, there's so much history and art and culture here in Italy. Of course, the food is incredible and a very important part of the culture, like India, I think. And really important in Italy. So people live with their families for a long time. People will like to stay close with their families. But in New Zealand, that's not so important. You know, people don't stay as at home so much. People move around a lot in New Zealand or they leave the country like me. So that's a big difference between Italy and New Zealand.
Yeah, I think New Zealand is very happier countries in the world, and because of I think less population.
Yeah, you're right. It's a very small population. So you're absolutely right. Life is a bit slower, a bit more relaxed because of that.
Yeah, so I think in New Zealand you can find a lot of nature. People mostly live with nature, right?
Yeah, you're right. It's a very, very green country. We love going to the beach. We love hiking in the forests and in the mountains. Yes, we like to look after our nature, and it's a very important part of our culture. Yeah, in New Zealand, looking after the nature.
So in Italy, do you feel like it's crowded rather than yeah?
Yes, I mean, I'm sure not as crowded as India. I'm sure
Yeah,
if I would visit India, then that would be another level. But yeah, it depends on the city. If you're in a big city like Milan or Rome, then yes, it's very busy, and of course there are lots of tourists as well. So yes, it is busy, and sometimes in a small town, you can find quiet. Yeah, you can find quiet places in Italy as well.
yeah. But in India, I think you have visited crowded place like cities. But in India, if you will go in rural areas, there you will find a lot of greenery and you know small villages, one small and after 20 kilometer, 50 kilometer stay away from
Mhm.
each village. So in rural area, it is very good.
And what about you? Do you live in a city or do you live in a rural part?
Yeah, I live in rural parts and I really enjoying because I have experience to living in another state. So I felt like in a state, another state and a big city, it's very crowded. So I don't feel like to go.
Okay, yeah, you prefer the quiet.
Yeah, because between the nature, it's I feel there is a life. In the city, you can find anything luxurious, but real peace, I think nothing.
Yeah, yeah, that's absolutely right. I'm sort of in the middle. I like living in a small city. I don't like really, really big cities, but I don't like something that's too quiet. I like a small city.
Yeah. So, do you really enjoy teaching on cambly?
I do, yeah, I do. I've been teaching on Cambly for about a year, and it's such a cool way to learn about other cultures and other countries. So yeah, that's my favorite part about Cambly is learning lots of new things from other people in the world.
So, I would like to know that from which country mostly people talk to you.
Yeah, well, it depends on the time zone that you teach. So I talk to a lot of students from Turkey and a lot of students from Saudi Arabia
Yeah.
and also China. I would say they're the top three. And then after that, of course, India, South Korea, Japan, Brazil. Um, yeah, those are the top countries.
Yeah. So I think some people want to visit great universities like London, UK, oh sorry, US. So that's when they need to clarify the IELTS examination. So that's why I think people want to practice on Cambly for that.
Yes, yeah, a lot of IELTS practice, a lot of people that a lot of like engineers that need to improve their English and a lot of people that want to get a job with an international company. I would say that's the top reason why people are on Cambly, people looking for jobs where they have to speak English.
Yeah, so whether it's engineer, whether it's or musician or gymnastic, So I think everybody needs to speak fluent English.
Yeah, it's becoming, or it has become, the sort of international language. So it's lucky. The people where it's their native language is lucky. Um, but yeah, I learn Italian, and yeah, I know that learning another language is hard. So yeah, I understand that feeling.
So your first language is English or Italian?
English, yeah, definitely English. In New Zealand, we speak English as the first language, and then we have a native language as well called Maori, but it's not widely spoken. Only some people speak this fluently.
So why did you left to your beautiful country?
Yeah, well, mostly because of my work. As I said, I'm a musician, and so I came and I did my master's degree here in Italy. Um, I always liked Europe. I like to travel. Studying in Europe is very affordable. That was another big reason. If you study in the US or the UK, it's really, really expensive. Um, and I love the weather here as well. I love the culture. I love the weather. So yeah, that's why I chose to come to Italy.
Yeah, so I think most people left their country for study purpose, but after that they love to living there and they like his country's culture, and gradually they settle there.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I graduated in December, so I've decided to stay for this year, and then after that, I'm not sure. We'll see. I think I could stay here for a few more years, but I do miss New Zealand, so I'm not sure what I'll do.
You are not sure what will you do.
Yeah, I'm not sure yet. I'm here for this year. That's what I'm sure about.
Yeah, so it's not very easy to stay from our family, but people live.
Yeah, you're right. Of course I miss my family a lot, and it's really expensive to fly to New Zealand. So I haven't been back to New Zealand in 2.5 years. So yeah, I miss my friends and family a lot.
So how much time it takes to uh,
To fly.
Europe to New Zealand?
Well, it takes two flights, and it takes a whole day. One flight is about 12 hours, and then another flight is about 14 hours. So it takes a good 25 hours in the air, but you have to stop somewhere. So you stop in Dubai or Singapore. So when you include the stop, it takes like 30 hours to get there.
But it takes a lot of time, I think.
Yeah, it's really, really far. I'm used to it now. I've done the trip many times, but after COVID, it's become really expensive.
Yeah, so I if I go to other state, uh, it will take 30 hours, uh, and the destination is 15 kilometers by train.
Wow.
So you travel by plane, so it's very far, I think.
Yeah, yeah. We just have a few seconds left. Do you have any cambly questions before we finish?
No, I don't have any question, but it was very good experience with you, I can say.
Yes, very nice to chat with you. And yes, it sounds like you're quite an advanced student. So I think you'll probably see a fast improvement on Cambly.
Yeah, so I really advanced learner. That's why I'm working hard on it.
Nice. Okay, well, nice to meet you. Have a great rest of your day.
Bye.
Bye bye.